How's it going, everyone? This is Marco once again in my journey and process of joining the U.S. Army California National Guard. Yeah, it's been a little over a week now. I have been a little busy due to my family, and right now I'm also in the process of starting my own business, so hopefully that works out well. Yes, as you can see, that behind me is an inflatable blower. That's my, hopefully a good assignment that I get next by being able to have my own business in party rentals. And so, if you have any knowledge or experience or anything like that, drop a comment. That way, you can help me out. Or if you have any questions, I'm just at the beginning stages of it, so I could possibly help you out on that. But yes, back to my ASVAB. I just took my ASVAB this past Thursday, and I did fairly well. After completing it, I contacted my recruiter, and my recruiter told me I got an overall ASVAB score of 69 with a GT score of 113. So I did pass the overall ASVAB test for the National Guard, as well as the overall score for the Officer Candidate School program. And my next journey is to go from there and meet with my recruiter, as he had more paperwork for me to complete. But back to the ASVAB, yes, I did some studying. I did some research as well online. I did download an app where I did most of my studying on my phone. The application is the ASVAB Practice Test 2022. Had pretty much all 9 categories that are on the ASVAB. However, everything on that application, none of those questions were on the actual test or exam. So if you have a better application or research, feel free to drop it down on the comments below. That way other people can know about them. But other than that, it was for the application that I used, it was pretty much the same, similar to the actual exam, as it dealt with word knowledge, mathematics, paragraph comprehension, science, reading, some mechanical things. So overall, it was fairly well for me. Luckily, all the questions were multiple guess, so that also helps me out a lot, so I don't have to worry about filling in the blank. For me, I'm not a very well test taker. I never enjoyed taking tests. I prefer doing stuff rather than trying to memorize something. That's the way I enjoy learning. So, but other than that, that's the way I learned, and I kind of studied it. Went to the exam. I was told that the exam was going to be at 6 in the morning, so be there by 5:45. However, when I got there, for me being a 32-year-old guy going through this, it felt like it was more of a unorganized, structured. I got there about 5:40 or so. There's no signs of where to go, where to meet. I was one of the first ones there, and then when we got there, there was still no sign, no postage anywhere on the door of where this exam was going to take place. So, for me, I took my ASVAB test in Riverside, known as RPS. I heard that San Diego and San Diego and Los Angeles are a lot bigger MEPs than the one that I went to. Where I went, there was literally only approximately maybe 20 to 30 of us there, and that was, that entailed of people from the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, Marines, and Air Force. So I'm not sure how San Diego or Los Angeles are. If you've been there or you plan on going there, try to get some information. Those that have been there, drop your comments below, see how it was. But I was told that those were bigger MEPS areas, so there's a lot more people there. But other than that, we got there. We finally lined up. We didn't get let in till about 6:15, 6:20, and then about 7 o'clock, that's when I started my exam. The exam took, I would say, about almost maybe 2 to 3 hours, I believe. After I was done, I completed this other self-personality test. I guess there's no right or wrong answer. They just want to know what your personality was or how your personality is. And then I met with the staff sergeant there, who notified me of all the stuff that I needed. So when you go to your ASVAB, make sure you take your required form that your recruiter will give you. It is an examination form, just letting you know that you have I guess some permission to be there to take the exam. You also have to provide your identification card with your social security. I've been told that, you know, if you forget them, they will release you and you would not be able to take the exam. I'm not sure how true that is, because there was someone that forgot all their stuff and they still allowed them to take the exam. So I'm not sure if it was just because we only had 20 people or not, but you know, if you gone to MEPS and you took the exam and someone forgot it and they got turned around, you know, let me know. I'm not sure where or if they do that. Other than that, you know, from the process, they will take all your stuff and put it in a little cubby, such as your phone, wallet, keys. You can't have anything in the exam. All you can have is you'll be in front of a computer screen, and they'll give you a sheet of paper and 2 number 2 pencils, and those will be your, you know, scratch pieces of paper that you'll be authorized to use. Other than that, you can't use any calculators either. But you know, once you're done with the exam, you'll meet with the person there, and they will release you. For me, they released me and said that my recruiter was trying to get a hold of me. However, my phone was, you know, locked up and turned off. So after I got done, I contacted my recruiter, and I met with my recruiter in person, who he then gave me a packet for a family care plan. This family care plan is not any type of insurance thing or anything like that. However, the family care plan is, since I have a family with 2 kids, they just want to make sure that, you know, while you're in boot camp, or, you know, if the possibility of being deployed or active, you know, who is going to be able to take care of your children or your dependents. That's all that form is for. So I had to get that notarized and get those forms completed, and then send it to my recruiter so he can input that in my file. And as well as he had me complete my information, such as, you know, my last 10 years of employment, my last 10 years of residency, my education. So that he pretty much inputted that, my references as well. So I had to put in I had to put 3 references that have known me for at least over 7 years. And so yeah, that was inputted in my packet. He then got a copy of my 2 daughters' birth certificate, so that way he could input it in the system under my file and information as well. So that's where your insurance stuff starts to come in. The reason that he asked for it was so that he can put it in my file, so that way when I go to MEPS, it starts, I guess it's a faster trail to be able to have my daughters have insurance and be able to get their military IDs as well. Not sure if that's the way your guys' process were, but you know, if it was any different or something similar, you know, feel free to drop that comment down there. Other than that, you know, that's all completed. I have my MEPS, which is my medical assignment, scheduled for next Friday. So looking forward to that. We will see what's going to happen. Like I mentioned, I am 32, so I'm on that trail where I have to kind of speed up the process so I can get into boot camp and then join the officer candidate school, because I have to be commissioned before the age of 34. So my time is ticking, so I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. So my next process will be the medical process. My medical process is going to be stationed in San Diego, so I will be able to give you guys more information on the San Diego MEPS office when I do that. They told me that it's at 5 a.m. So kind of not looking forward to it. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm not a morning person. I do not like waking up early. I prefer working graveyards and working at night. That's my preference. I enjoy being up during the day or doing my errands, but not waking up early. So yep, I will get back to you guys on that, on how my MEPS process works. But other than that, everything's looking well for me joining the U.S. Army California National Guard and going from the boot camp and then getting into the OCS program, where I will be scheduled later on for an interview with one of the captains. That's what I was told by my recruiter. I've not got the full information on that, but I will pass that on once I get that notification. As of right now, my recruiter said that he is doing my packet, and my packet is going to get forwarded to one of the captains of the U.S. Army National Guard, and then that I will have a telephonic interview. And like I mentioned, once I get that information and once I complete it as well, I will let you guys know and see how that goes. But other than that, another thing, try to get at least a folder. When I was at the ASVAB, apparently some people are given a folder by their recruiters. I was not, because of the recruiters, and then the ASVAB, sometimes you'll get paperwork and copies of everything that you turn in or submit. So just keep everything in here like I have. That's all I'm doing, is everything that I turn in or I submit, I make sure I make a copy. If not, my recruiter makes a copy, and then I get it, and then I put it in this folder for future references, to make sure that everything is completed properly, and it goes from there. If you have a different method, feel free to let me know. Drop that comment down there, and like I mentioned, mine's only a little yellow folder. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, just drop that comment. Let me know how you guys do on your process, or if you guys get anything different. But yeah, other than that, if you have any questions, anything that I can help you guys, or any steps, feel free to drop that comment. Feel free to drop any comments, questions. Glad to answer them. Other than that, I will see you guys next week once I am done with my medical exam through MEPS in the city of San Diego, California. Take care.